With the gloomy weather, many of us are starting to realize the inevitable. Snow is on the way. City Council is already thinking that way with the snow budget discussions at a recent Finance and Audit Committee meeting. There are plans underway to make some significant changes to the snow removal program this year.
We all remember last December when there was one heavy snowfall followed quickly by yet another and another. It knocked down the snow removal budget, costing the city more than $1.7 million.
So what staff have done is they prepared the budget for 2015, which council will be voting on here in October. Preliminary discussions have the snow budget being increased by another $500,000 over last year. So we increased it by $800,000 for 2014. We'll be increasing it by another $500,000 for 2015.
That additional $500,000 tops the snow removal budget for 2015 at $6.3 million. That's slightly more than has been identified as sufficient to deal with snow control. The hope is there may be a way to begin putting back into the depleted snow reserve.
For the snow reserve, what's left over from each year from the budget when it's not fully spent is what goes into the reserve. That can change from year to year.
Unfortunately, with the amount of snowfalls we've had over the last number of years, we haven't been able to save any accumulated surplus at all. So on all those years where we've had to spend extra, we've been dipping into the general contingency or the general reserve fund to be able to fund that.
During the same meeting, the Finance and Audit Committee also received the results of a survey conducted by the Mustel Group in July. Snow control was one of the most important services provided by the city.
They didn't surprise me in the sense that there was the percentage of people who believed that the job was being done that needed to be done. But people always are looking at how much money is spent compared to the work that's being done.
Another portion of the survey found respondents placed more emphasis on snow removal now than they did in a survey the previous year. Cameron Stoltz believes that can be attributed to the snow event last winter.
Snow removal is definitely a key issue when the surveying was being done. I think it's a reflection of the incredible amount of snow we had this last winter, how it was handled. And I think what you're seeing is that people want to make sure that the next time we have one of those big dumps, that it's handled better. So I think you'll see that reflected in the budget as we move forward, both in how much money we're putting aside for snow removal and also in the amount of fleet that we're allocating for that.
Council will also be considering actual snow removal operations and its fleet as part of the discussions for 2015. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.